we're all good friends here at the show with Simu Liu, who is a great Canadian actor who was cast in the huge blockbuster To Be by Marvel, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, as Marvel's very first Asian superhero. The whole production was happening in Australia. He moved there. They started production, and then COVID hit. Everyone had to stop. He stayed in Australia. He now calls himself on Twitter a temporary Australian, and he's been waiting for production to ramp back up. Well, now they've been given the green light by Marvel to bring everyone back to Australia before they can start production. Everybody has to go through strict quarantine, and then they are going to begin. They don't know exactly what production is going to look like, but something tells me that Marvel has always been able to show us things that simply don't exist in the real world. I mean, Thanos was one of the most real-looking super villains of all time. He looked like he was there, and he only existed in a computer. And I don't know if we have the picture available right now, but even the most subtle things that they've done, like the Infinity War time travel suits, the actors didn't even wear those. They wore different suits because they didn't know what they were going to look like until post-production, and they added those suits on all of the members of the Avengers after the fact. Nobody knew. That's how good their technology was. So they're able to create things inside of computers that defy and boggle the imagination. So something tells me that if two actors can't be together in the same scene, they will just do that a little bit later in post-production. So that's what happens with big budget blockbusters. On the other end of the spectrum, you've got sort of the pulpy television shows like The Bold and the Beautiful. They're going back into production. They have been on hiatus since March, and this is one of those soap operas that people have been living and dying with for generations. They've got a little bit of a tricky problem because A, they don't have the budget to put people together in scenes using CGI, and two, there's a lot of love scenes in those types of shows. So what are they going to do? They've got a couple of workarounds. One, they're going to invite the real life partners of some of these stars to act as body doubles in the steamy scenes, if you will. And I think we've got a picture of that Infinity War suit just in case, just to show you. But yeah, see that suit, that did not exist in real life. None of those suits were actually there. That was designed in a computer and superimposed on the stars after the fact. So back to The Bold and the Beautiful, they're going to be asking the partners, real life partners, to lie in the beds and roll around, and they'll do that thing that they typically do, where they keep it out of focus and pan to a fireplace to just imply what happens. And another thing that they're going to do is they're going to try using inflatable body doubles, and they're going to put makeup on them and wigs, and they've done that. They've used them as corpses before, but they've never used them as kissing doubles before. So who knows if it's going to work, but they're really throwing everything at this problem in order to give people what they want, which is more original content. So all that to say,
that's very original.
Tuned.
That's some original content. Wow.
I mean, but not only the love scenes, like just being in a scene with somebody and like how closely they talk to get them both in the frame. I mean, I feel like, a lot of these shows will have to incorporate the fact that we're living in pandemic times. So you're going to start to see masks on these actors, right? They're going to incorporate that into the storylines. You're going to see people 6 feet apart, perhaps, so that it's going to be framed out a little bit more. I mean, you kind of have to, for not only
that
because...
would be the easiest way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Just acknowledge the reality that we're living in and incorporate that into a lot of these scenes.
And how about the tension? Ben, the tension when you actually don't get to hook up, right? So you have a period of them, they can't even, they're not allowed to.
Oh,
so
yeah.
building on that.
No, but the people want what the people want. They want what they want. Yeah.
I wonder
want
if,
to see they want to see the smushing.
If the smooshing, I wonder if the ripping off the face mask will be the new ripping off the shirt.
Maybe the reveal. I've never heard smushing. I've heard smooching. Is smushing another thing? Or you just make that one up?
It's the COVID thing.
Oh no, smushing is from Jersey Shore, actually.
Oh, there you go. That's why I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm very high class at 7 in the morning.
Smushing. It's hilarious.
Smushing. Stay tuned for the smushing. What is it? Bold and the Beautiful?
Yeah, not on this show.
Bold and the Beautiful. But I'm telling you, it's going to be really interesting. I mean, there's so much money on the top end of the spectrum for movies that Marvel is making that they're not they are not going to give people a movie that is subpar in any way. They will pull out all the stops. They will create new technologies if they have to. They'll find new ways to do things that they used to do. And the end result, I guarantee, will be the movie they want to make and the movie people want to see, because they don't make things that aren't hits.
It's I'm going to be fascinated to see what comes post-COVID world in TV and in film. Ben, that was really interesting. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.